What's up, everybody? This is Happy to Game here. Today we're gonna do a scav run, and we're gonna try and do this a little bit more of a let's play style. So let's just go into interchange and let's go to 11 a.m. and let's ready up and let's see what we can do. See how much we can make out of this scav run. The AK looks really cool. All right, so I've mentioned this before in the past. Just because this AK looks really cool, right? And as a new player, this looks like this is gonna be a sweet weapon. But I've mentioned this before in the past. It's not about the weapon; it's about the ammo that's in this weapon. So hopefully, if this is a 7.62 AK, it's using the PS ammo. At least the PS ammo. Anything less than that is going to be completely useless. If it's the 5.45 variant AKs, I'm hoping it's the BT ammos or the BS ammos. If it's anything less than that, again, not the greatest. And I've mentioned this in the past before as well. The reason why I know this is because I have studied the ammo table. And what I'll do is I'll link that ammo table into the video description. Just gonna make note of that right now before I forget to do that. So this is interchange. I can hear rain, so that means that when you're outside, it's going to be a lot more difficult to actually hear footsteps. So you gotta make sure you keep that in mind. All right, so 22 minutes in. So this raid's been going on for quite a little bit of time here. I'm in the idea part of interchange. So let's quickly take a look at my kit. So I got a little bag here. This OFZ shell is actually worth quite a bit. So this is going to be something I'm going to want to sell. Now let's quickly. So I am using the 5.45 variant. Let's quickly check the ammo. It's PS ammo. So this is not good. Okay. If it was the 7.62 variant, it would have been fine with the PS ammo, but because this is the 5.45, PS ammo is actually not that great. So knowing that, keeping that in mind, I am not here to PvP, okay? I'm here to loot and get the hell out. So I'm in the idea, and I'm just gonna quickly check the warehouse here, because typically in these warehouses is where you'll find some pretty good loot. So that's what I'm going to try and go in and explore here. Again, you can kind of hear the rain trickling outside, which does make things a little bit more difficult to hear footsteps, just a tad bit, especially if you don't use contacts. And again, I don't want to be running around, so I'm just kind of walking right now. Trying to keep the volume as low as possible so that I can hear if enemies are coming. I can hear if other scavs are nearby. And at this point, you want to kind of utilize your scav buddies if they're yelling or getting shot at. Condensed milk is worth quite a bit. Painkillers, obviously, very, very useful. I'm actually going to hotkey this and use this if I need to. So there's another toolbox over here that I'm going to quickly loot. And because I don't have a big bag, I'll be able to fill up my bag relatively quick and then just kind of get out. Alright, so in idea, there's also an office that you want to hit up. You want to hit up like the PC towers. Things like that. And in idea, you want to try and take a look at these shelves in like the display, because like, do you see this little horse? That's worth, I don't know, I think like 8K or something like that. It's also a pretty decent barter item, or if you want to get I think it's an AK from Prepor. So I'm just gonna try and hit up a bunch of these shelves, see if there's anything here. So this cat statue, worth quite a bit. Okay, so I need to kind of play around with this here. Take this cat statue, because that's worth something. And you can also use that as a barter item to trade to therapists for the docs case, which I find very useful. There's these little nippers, or scissors, sorry, which also has a decent value to them. Okay, so we have just a few more spaces left. Don't want to get too greedy here. It's been quite quiet. But that can change really fast, so... Alright, so it's time for me to get out of here. I could hit up the office here if I am a little bit greedy. And I might be tempted to actually do that, actually. Okay, yeah, let's hit up the offices quickly here, and then we'll head out to our extraction point. So I'm always checking these shelves. Sometimes these shelves have I have had it spawn a Tetris before. UV lamp is good. Oh my god, a hand drill. Okay. Hand drill is good too, but I don't think I'm gonna have space for that. Yeah, I'm not gonna have space for this hand drill. Oof, tough choices, tough choices. This is where I wish there was a scav nearby that potentially I can shoot and kill and grab their bag, but that's not the case here. So I'm gonna quickly check these computers, see if there's a USB flash drive anywhere, because those are worth a lot, and you need it for a quest too. There's a lot of stuff in here. DVD drive. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab the caps, and I don't want to get too greedy. Just gonna quickly check to see if there's a USB drive on these things. Doesn't look like it, so there's another DVD drive here. Okay, so that's it. Okay, let's just get out and see how much this this run nets me. So the safest extract from here is going to be probably the front of Idea. So it's going to be railway. Okay, there's a toolbox here. Might as well take a look. See if there's something that I can replace that's a little bit more valuable. So duct tape, caps. I actually don't know which one's more valuable. Probably remove the bandage for the duct tape. I also want to mention EFT Loot Goblin, I think is the website. I'll try and find the website for you. It's a really good website if you want to learn and find out what high value loot. Okay, so that could be a player. I don't think it is, but doesn't matter. I don't want to cause any trouble here, so I'm just gonna mind my own business, and hopefully he minds his own business, and we're just gonna get out of here. So yeah, so I'm trying to sprint where it's needed, right? So right now I have some pretty decent cover. There's some bushes and stuff like that, so it's easy for me to kind of get cover if I get shot at. Constantly looking behind me as well to make sure there's no one sneaking up from behind. But it's a skill in itself to know when to sprint and when not to sprint, when to recover your stamina. Because when you do ADS, or aim down sight, you do lose stamina as well. So it's really important to know, to balance between the two. So right now, I know I have some pretty decent cover here. So I'm just gonna walk to gain back my stamina. And then when you jump, you actually use a lot more stamina as well. So and I know that I need to jump over these railings. So you want to make sure you have enough stamina to make that jump. And then to make a bunch of these jumps right here. Whenever you feel like a big lag spike, typically that means that the Scav AI is spawning back into the game. So it's a good tell that a new wave of Scavs have spawned into your raid. So just a little quick tip there. Alright, so I'm getting pretty close to my extract here. Just making sure I'm looking around, that there's no extraction campers, and so, you know, sometimes that does exist and it does suck. But that's just part of the game, and there's no point of you getting upset about it if you do die from extraction campers. It's unfortunate that they exist, but it is what it is. Alright, so we're extracting out here, and we're gonna start selling a bunch of this stuff and see how much we make. So it gave me a run through, that's okay. Just going to organize a bunch of this stuff here. I want to put everything onto the bottom right, just so that you can see. Now this AK-74N I'm probably going to use. So I don't really want to sell it, but I think for the sake of the video I might just sell it so that you can all see, or at least maybe I'll show you the value of the gun so that you know how much it's actually worth. Alright, so Alright, so I have everything out of my army bag, I have everything out of my scav vest. First off, I'm going to quickly see how much this is going for, just so that you know. So let's see here, something that's show me that's functional, quantity 1. So it's going for about 16k right now, which, you know, isn't the greatest. Let me see if I can... So if I sell it to Prepor right now, it's actually going for about 24k for the AK. But because it is a pretty nice AK, I am going to keep it to use. So I'm just going to remove the mag here, remove the stock, and remove the pistol grip to save me some space. This way I can just toss it. I guess I'll just leave it there. But yeah, it just saves me some more space, and I can just sell those. Alright, so let's get to some selling here. So I'm fortunate I get to use the flea market. So I'm gonna take a look here. I'm pretty sure the cat is worth quite a bit. So 35. Hold on, I'm just going to remove barter items. Yeah, so it's going for about 35. That's not bad. 35, so let's go 35k, just because I want to be on top of the list so that it gets purchased quicker. And again, it's just me being impatient. If you have more patience than I do, you know, sell it for a little bit more. But for me, I tend to sell things a little bit under what is the top pricing or the cheapest pricing, so that people purchase it a lot quicker. Curious to see how much this is going. So this metal cutting scissors, wow, that's a lot more than I had expected. So that's pretty good. So that's good to know. Yeah, I'm just selling a bunch of this stuff. The horse is not as much as it used to be. Yeah, it used to be a lot more, but now it's gone down in value, which is unfortunate. Back then it used to be worth quite a bit. The T-plugs, let's see, T-plug, these capacitors, oh, okay, that's not too bad. So let's quickly sell that. Capacitors, sell those. I feel like these are actually, that's not too bad. 11. Mine has a lot of uses still. Let's just go here, sell. These are painkillers, so I could use these technically. I might actually save that, to be honest. And then everything else, okay, hold on, I lied. The duct tape, wow, look at the duct tape. The duct tape's actually worth a decent amount for what it is. So let's sell that, and then let's go to the UV light, not bad either. Let's go 7,999. Sell that bad boy, and then T-plug, I think it was only like 2,000. So let's go like, okay. So let's go pick up all of our money here, receive all, take all that cash. Sweet. Oh, condensed milk. I know condensed milk is worth a decent amount as well. Yeah, that's not bad. For a 1 square, that's a pretty decent value. So let's go sell that. And then everything else, I don't think has that much value. And because it doesn't have that much value, I'll just sell it to the traders. These knives. And again, if you don't have the flea market, please check out my video on how to level to 5 quickly. That way you can get to the flea market. You can unlock the flea market a lot quicker. There we go. Receive all. And then now I'm just gonna go and sell a bunch of my stuff here to the dealers. Let's go to Jagger first. I like selling things to Jagger just because I need to raise up my spend with him. So I'm just gonna sell all this. The painkiller I'm gonna keep. I'm just gonna move this up here so I don't accidentally use it. I'm actually gonna put it into my med case. I'm also gonna do a video on what item cases you should be getting, which ones I thought were valuable. Unload. So these are the PS ammo, but it's for the 545. So these are not very good ammo. So I'm gonna sell those as well. And this came off of the AK-74. The prep war here. I'm just gonna sell all this stuff. Got more incoming things. And do I have any more things from the flea market? Nope, everything's sold off the flea market. And so that is the total. So let's So let's calculate this. We'll go to my trusty calculator. So let's go 297 minus 653,560. So that was 166,737 ruble run. That's not including some of the stuff that I actually am going to keep and use, but there you have it. That's 166. And then hopefully by this time I'll have a video on budget loadouts that you can use when you're making this cash, some cheap budget loadouts that will utilize the money that you're making from your scav runs and transferring it over your PMCs, and hopefully you're successful in your PMC runs as well. If you really like this content, make sure you give it a like, a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll see you all next time. Bye now.